Uh, okay, I think it's recording. Okay, welcome everybody to our workshop. It is called A Procrastinator's Guide to Productivity, the Office Edition.
All right, so, okay.
All right, so before we get started, we're just gonna quickly introduce ourselves so you know who we are and we're not just random strangers talking at you. All right, first we have our Northern Regional Vice President, Sia.
Yeah, so hey guys, my name is Kulkarni. I'm the Northern Regional Vice President and I'm a junior at the Morris County School of Technology.
Hey guys, my name is Akash Kotian. I'm the New Jersey HOSA Postsecondary Collegiate Vice President, and I'm currently a freshman at Princeton University.
Hey everyone, my name is Meghna Subbaiah. I'm a New Jersey Secretary, and I am a senior at the Morris County School of Technology.
Okay, procrastination. All right, it's a problem. All right, all of us have done it, whether we want to admit it or not. It really can affect us negatively when you have a lot of work, it's piling up, tests, it's a problem.
All right, so obviously procrastination is a problem. So what are the steps to fix it? What are the steps for productivity? So we've broken it down into 5 steps to productivity. 1 being aware, 2 prioritize, 3 accommodate, 4 have fun, and 5 execute. So the first and arguably the most important thing is to be aware of the things that you have to do. Obviously, it is daunting to open up your Google Classroom or Blackboard or whatever you use and see a whole slew of assignments. But worry not. What I like to do, for example, is to keep track of all of my assignments with a to-do list or like a planner. And I write it down and I make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing, so I have an idea of what I have to do for the week.
Awesome. And like Meghna said, awareness is really important, but prioritizing is also, it's especially important because it makes you think about what's the most important things on your to-do list. So it's really important to reorder the tasks in the order that they have to be completed so that you have a view and you can see ahead of time when things need to be done. And we included here also that effective leaders are the ones that are able to prioritize and they're decisive. They know when things need to be done and they're able to be on top of it and get it done. And make sure you also figure out what's important to you and what your goals are. And these can be academic, extracurricular, or even sports related. And we all have different things going on in our lives. So being able to prioritize is especially important. And like Meghna said, you can really use anything that you have. I use my phone, for instance, on the Notes app. But take whatever you have and use it to your advantage to prioritize. And next up is accommodating. So determine your daily schedule and really plan it out. So see what classes you have, what clubs you have, and figure out what times you can allot in your own day throughout the week to really complete those tasks that you've prioritized in the step before. But one of the most important things in this entire presentation, if you take away anything, it should be this, is to make sure to leave some time for breaks and for fun. Because if you don't have that time, it's not going to motivate you. It's not going to make you want to keep going. So make sure you give that time to yourself and pat yourself on the back for getting the work done.
All right. So the last thing that Sia said was so important that we needed another slide for it. All right. Having fun. Arguably, I think that, like Sia said, this is the most important part for being productive. Take a fun-centric approach to productivity. Because if you always have something fun planned for your day, you're going to be motivated to work in the time that you've allotted to work more efficiently. And when you have fun, make sure that you're not thinking about work at all. Right? So for me, the fun time that I have planned, and I always stick to 4 days a week, at least for certain 4 days of the week. The other 3 days I have something else. But for 4 days of the week, I make sure that I go to the gym. It's not something that's on my to-do list, like, I can do that. Maybe I can go a little later. No, it is integrated into my lifestyle. Like I have to go to the gym. That's because when I'm at the gym, I completely forget about work, and I'm also putting work into myself. So I love that. For other people, it might not be physical activity. It could be something as simple as going downstairs, away from your room, away from your place of work and study, sitting in front of the TV, watching the episode of The Bachelor, and eating a bag of chips, right? It's that simple. As long as you make sure that you are allotting time for yourself to have fun and you get to look forward to that fun. One, you're going to work more productively, you're going to be more efficient, and you're most likely going to get more tasks done. So now that you have all the steps, all the planning done, of course, you have to actually follow the plan, right? So this can be difficult, especially if you're first starting out on your productivity journey, right? But some of the things that help is, of course, to have your list and cross things off your schedule as you go to remind yourself of two things: that you're closer to your reward and your fun time, and two, if you've ever had a list and you just have that pencil, or whether it's virtual, you cross out that to-do list, that item on your to-do list, and it's just such a relief because it's gone, right? You've done it. And it gives you like a rush, a dopamine rush. You're excited that you did something, and you might be excited to continue to work. Like, whoa, I just did something. I can maybe do more. And if I do more, then the work will be done, and then I have more time for fun, right? So it's really important that you do these things. But at the end of the day, it's not easy being productive, and you might overestimate how much you can do, and you might underestimate how you can do. So at the end of the day, just think back and tweak your schedule based on how productive you were. Okay, so now that you guys know the steps to being productive, and you are novices on your journey to becoming productive students, family members, and members of society, we have an activity plan for you to demonstrate and use some of the knowledge and skills that you've learned today, right? So, Michael Scott. Michael Scott is a regional manager of the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company in Scranton, Pennsylvania. You're going to be given a list of all of the things that he is aiming to complete by the end of Monday. But whether or not it's realistic is for you to decide. There's also another problem. Michael is quite the procrastinator who is very easily distracted. So that's where you come in. You're going to plan Michael Scott's day. You're going to help him organize his day so that he stays productive, but also has time for fun.
All right, so now let's apply the skills that we've all learned collectively. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to split all of you into breakout rooms for approximately 10 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to complete a Google form as a group. So the people that are in your breakout room, you're going to collaborate with them. And on the form, there is a huge to-do list of the things that Michael wants to do in the day. But like Akash said, that's where you come in. That's where you're going to determine which activities, so at least 2 to 3, he should do for each 2-hour time slot in his workday. And those are going to be on the form too. Make sure you really discuss with the other people in your breakout room what tasks he should be doing, and also briefly explain why you made this choice, because at the end we want to come together and see how we were all thinking and just kind of blend our minds together. So now we're going to be putting you into breakout rooms, and we'll see you guys after that.
And for those of you at home watching this pre-recorded, you can just go into the chat, the description of the video, click the link, just take a couple minutes to go through it, and we'll see you back here in a few seconds. All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the activity. Is there anyone who would like to share like how they went about organizing his day? First of all, it's very clear that the list was not feasible, right? I'm sure you would all agree. It's not feasible to complete all of those activities in one day. Also, you may have noticed that a lot of the activities were not essential for his work, right? So you most likely prioritized and figured out what is important for him to do, and hopefully included the fun-centric approach and incorporated some kind of fun activity in his day. So is there anyone who wants to share like how their group went about doing the planning. Okay, Adolf, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my group prioritized and we did about 2 to 3 for each one. Like we started off with the daily meeting because since it's a repetitive thing, it's daily. I feel that we felt that we should do it in the morning and get it over with. And then the essential things like checking the warehouse for new shipments of paper, things that are essential for running the company. And then for every time slot, we also included something fun, like fun centric, like you said, like participating in office parkour or having a quick lunch. And then we also did it in sort of an order. Like if you have a quick lunch, then you would also want to infiltrate the Finer Things Club meeting during that lunch since you're having it directly after. And that's how we went about going through.
Awesome. And when we get to our next slide, I really like how you combined the lunch with the infiltrating the Finer Things Club. So if you could get to the next slide real quick.
Yep. Ah.
This is kind of jumping
All
in,
right.
but just to go to
Mhm.
Adop's point of like combining two things. When for our schedule, this is what we thought he would do, right? For our schedule, we said that when he has lunch, he can have the meeting with the important client and do that at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See ya.
Yeah, so this is basically what we thought he should do. And like many of you, it was not easy to figure out what he should be doing and how he would be most productive. But after we made the list, we kind of took a deep breath and we decided to kind of piece it apart. So from 9 to 11, we thought he should be productive, right? Because first thing in the morning, he should have a productive daily meeting with his employees and review and sign expense reports because that's going to keep the company going. Then from 11 to 1, he should schedule and meet with an important client and also check the warehouse for new paper shipments because obviously you need paper for the paper company. And then from 1 to 3, we thought he should take a break because it's been a long day for him. He's really exhausted. Doing those two things probably wore him out. So let's have him hold a CPR training class and have a quick Hawaiian party because why not? And then from 3 to 5 before he leaves, we had him pick a new health insurance plan and then go to the paper mill to check on manufacturing. So we saw a lot of connections between what we said and what you guys said. So we really love the approaches you took and we can't wait to see what else you guys learned and we hope you can take away a lot of new ideas.
I also like how you incorporated some kind of fun activity
Yeah.
in the time slot. Sometimes that works, and other times it doesn't. So that's one scenario in which productivity really depends on the person. Like if they're able to work really well from 9 to like 10:30 and they have time to just relax from 10:30 to 11, then they should go for it. But then there's also people who might not be able to work efficiently in that first hour and a half. And so they might need from 9 to 1 to get through their work and then allot their time for fun later in the day. But it really depends on how you are. Experiment, figure out what works for you. Have fun sporadically throughout the day, or have one big chunk of your day that's set for fun.
All right, that's it, folks. We hope you learned a lot about productivity, and don't hesitate to reach out to us regarding this presentation. Just keep us updated on how these tips have helped you, or if you have any questions about anything, SLC, you know everything. So our emails are listed on the slides, and we'll see you later. Thanks for coming, guys.
Bye. Stay productive.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.